That's what I want to do. All right. We're recording. Well, good morning. Shad, welcome. Thanks for being with us. My name is Steve Berry. The purpose of this video is to tell you a little bit about those of you who are listening, a little bit about the Business Management Department in the School of Business and Law at Anne Arundel Community College. I'm an instructional specialist with the School of Business and Law, and part of what I do is I work with the Business Management Department, helping plan events, teach classes, whatever Professor Ewert wants me to do. I'm going to turn it over to Shad to introduce himself as the department chair.
Hi there, Steve. Yeah, Shad Ewert here. Actually, title is academic chair now, but academic chair of the Business Management Department, part of the School of Business and Law. And we hope this little interview project that we're doing here today helps you out and at least to understand a little bit about why we think the Business Management Department is such a great department.
Well, so tell us a little bit about that department. Tell us a little bit about the Business Management Department.
All right, Steve. So we have a couple of business departments at Anne Arundel Community College. So that first and foremost might be a little bit confusing. We have a business administration department, and then we have business management, and that's us. Business administration is really a very kind of a specific type department in that it really has one kind of major degree program, and that is for a student that is absolutely knows coming to Anne Arundel Community College that they want to transfer, and they want to transfer as a business major. So basically, you get the first 60 credits of what you would have gotten at Towson or College Park or any of the other state schools here in Maryland. And that's business administration. And they also have the accounting program. So for people that have a bachelor's degree already and they want to become a certified public accountant, they can come back here to Anne Arundel and take those courses. So that's business administration. We're business management. So we're everything else. All right. So and that's a lot about what we are in business management. We try to be, I think, almost all things to all people in business, besides the stuff that business administration does. So we have the marketing program, we have the management program. And for our students, I would say our students are a little different than the business administration students. Again, they may have a bachelor's degree and know they want to become CPAs, or they know they are going on to become, get that bachelor's degree. For our students, sometimes they're not sure. All right. Sometimes it's a matter of taking a single class and they're successful in that class, and then we'll steer them towards one of our certificate programs, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. And then if they're successful there, we can get them into one of our associate degree programs. So let me also tell a little bit. I'm throwing some words out maybe people are not familiar with. So the college has a variety of different programs, all right, where you get a degree. You get a degree, you go to graduation, you wear a funny cap and gown, and you get to walk across the stage and they call your name. So I guess at the highest level, or the most number of credits, would be our programs that have about 20 classes. They are 60 credits. One example is that transfer program, and the business management has a whole bunch of these programs, associate degree programs they are called, all right? And they are 60 credits. Most four-year programs are 120 credits, so basically this is getting you halfway there. The business management department also has certificates, all right? So for almost all of our programs, we have an associated certificate with the associate degree. So for example, one of them is in human resources, all right? So you can get a certificate, which is anything less than 60 credits. Most of our certificates are they're all 6 courses, but they're in the range of either 18 or 19 credits. Sometimes there's a 4-credit class involved with it and stuff. But every single one of those certificates seamlessly fit into our associate degree programs. So if you see a program, certificate in human resource management, and then our AAS, our associate degree in human resource management, you know that those 6 courses that you took for your certificate will go right into that associate degree. So instead of having 20 credits, 20 courses to go, you'll only have 14 to go. And we build our programs like that. Now, not all of our certificates are like that. We have a couple of them that we call them standalone certificates, and we'll talk about those in detail in a little bit here. But we try to be, I think, in the business management department, a little bit of all things to all people. So like I said before, that we have this business administration department and an AS degree that is specifically meant to transfer. You can get an associate degree in business management, which is meant to be what we call a terminal degree, that you go get a job after that. but you can also transfer it with those degrees as well. We have signed some agreements with four-year colleges, and they'll take all 60 of those credits, and that means that you'll only have 60 left. So I think we're all things to all people. We can be there for the person that simply wants to take one course to get some specific knowledge. Let's say sometimes an entrepreneur will come to us and say, you know, I'm really good at inventing things and I'm really good at the accounting part of it, but I don't know anything about marketing. So they may come and take one or two courses, and that's fine. That's perfect for us. Some people get the certificates, some people get the associate degree. So like I said, a little bit of everything for everybody at
Yeah, it sounds almost like a cafeteria. You can go get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So can you get more than one certificate and fit it into a degree, or how does that work?
Well, you can actually. We do have people that get multiple certificates. They won't both fit into the degree because there will be some overlap there. We do have, we think that there are two courses in any a program that we have, whether it's certificate or the associate degree, that are absolutely essential. And that is our Introduction to Business, BPA 111, and our Business Communications class, BPA 162. BPA 111 is a mile wide and an inch deep. We think that's a wonderful class for people that that say to themselves, you know, I think I want to major in business. I think I want to get a job in business, but I just don't have any idea about what part of business. A little bit of marketing, a little bit of management, a little bit of accounting, a little bit of finance, a little bit of econ. Like I said, a mile wide and an inch deep. It's a great way for someone to say, hey, you know, that's an area that I really like. Or it's even good to say, you know what, that's an area that I really don't like, and I don't want to pursue that. The 162 class is also that business communication class. We think that's essential. That's why every one of our degree programs, associate or certificate, includes that class. We just think it's a business communications class. And listen, you cannot be in business without being able to communicate, whether that is with your colleagues, if you are a supervisor, with your subordinates, communicating with your boss, or communicating with your customers. It is absolutely essential to be able to communicate in business. So we think that is also an absolutely critical course. So you'll have certificate programs that will have both of those. So there would be some overlap. So you couldn't just take a bunch of certificate programs and fit them into that associate degree. But we have wonderful advisors at Anne Arundel Community College, and I believe that the business management professors that you meet in your classes are the best advisors that you're ever going to find for business. And they'll help you through with all of this type of stuff.
So talk a little bit more about the professors. What are their, I mean, I know we have a number of them. What are their backgrounds? I mean, have they been in like teaching forever, or do they know any practical experience in business, or what?
A great question, man, and I'm so proud of them. But I don't want to call out any of them specifically, because then the ones that I don't say are going to be all mad at me and stuff like that. But yes, we have professors that have both. They have a tremendous amount of experience in the business world, and they also are tremendous teachers. Listen, when you come to teach at a community college, your focus is on teaching. It's very different at College Park or Towson. If you're a faculty member there, really a big part of your job is doing your research. And a relatively small part of their job is being a teacher. At Anne Arundel Community College and every other community college on this planet, teaching is number one. So a lot of our professors spend a lot of their time not only staying current in their field, but also taking advantage of the many different training opportunities we have at the college to help us become better teachers. I always tell people that it's kind of odd to be a college professor, that the only people that have actually been trained on how to teach are the people in our education department. The rest of us, we're just kind of experts in our field, whether it be mathematics or science or business like us, and we kind of come to teaching secondarily. And therefore, one of the great things about AACC is the amount of support we get to become better teachers. And so you get a little bit of both. That great experience in the real business world. So you get those tremendous stories that have relevance, that matter. It's not talking about widgets or some kind of made up thing. You will hear real stories from real professors, and they also have been trained on how to be a teacher, which is absolutely a skill.
Yeah, some advice I got when I first started was the Teach Institute, the EDU classes. They have it used to be called a letter of recognition. I don't think they offer that anymore, but it was, there were 6 classes on how to teach in the community college. Well, and they had teachers from all levels of teaching, but it was very, and it was, those teachers were great, and helped me a lot be a better teacher, because let me tell you, there's a lot of things I was doing way wrong that weren't helping the students. And I was like, okay, I can do this better. And that's one thing I really like is at AACC is it's like, yes, you may be good, but how can you be better? How can we keep improving what we're doing?
Well, yeah, and listen, that's our goal all the time, is constant improvement, and to have colleagues that are so supportive of us is just a wonderful thing. So absolutely, yeah. So I think you're going to get expert professors that are also really good teachers, that are really good teachers as well.
Yeah. So I've got some notes here of things I wanted you to hit on, and you pretty much hit on every one of them. I did want to ask you about the transportation program. That's kind of a standalone program. Do you want to say anything about that, or any of the other specific directions a student can go? Or nonprofit, seems to be a lot of different aspects of business.
Sure. So let me talk about some of the specific degree programs that we have. Like I said, we leave the accounting, most of that stuff, for our friends over in business administration.
And you'll hear more about that when we get that recording.
Yep. There you go. But we have stuff in advertising and marketing. We have stuff in human resources, like I mentioned before. We have stuff for people that want to get into office management. We have things in leadership. We have stuff for small businesses. There are many small businesses out there. We have an entrepreneurial studies institute that will help you start your small business, but we've got programs here that will help you manage your small business. They'll get you off the ground. They're the launch pad, and we're the ones that, once your business is established, that we can help you out. So people that are their kids are family, they have a family-owned business, and their kids are in school and thinking about coming to college. What a great place to be able to support that family business there. You mentioned a couple of our standalone programs. We do have 2 of those, and one of those is in retail management, and the other one is in transportation, logistics, and cargo security. There is as you know, the county of Anne Arundel here, we have a major airport, BWI Thurgood Marshall. We have a lot of warehouses around that airport there. We are very close to the Port of Baltimore. The I-95 is an absolute hub and a thoroughfare here of goods. So there are many, many opportunities in this field of transportation, logistics, and cargo security. And you know what? What's great about that program is kind of what's great about the department, in that we build them to be so broad that almost any student that has an interest in an area, we can tailor a degree for them. So transportation, logistics, and cargo security, that really could be a lot of different things. That could be only rail, that could be only motor carrier, that could be only air, that could be only ship. We have a program that's built for everybody. So you get a little taste of it all. It's a certificate that'll get you that entry-level job, and those entry-level jobs are paying $20 an hour and north of that. So that is something to think about. And listen, that may be a career for you. All right. You can go on and get a bachelor's degree in transportation or logistics. You can go on, and I believe College Park has a doctorate degree in that. But it could also be just to help pay for your schooling. I remember once over at North County High School, where we also have a relationship with them through our TLCS program. And I met a young man there, and he was in the program. And one of my common questions is, so what are you going to be when you grow up? And he says, I want to be a dentist. And I said, a dentist? I said, gosh, I love dentists. I love Hermie from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I have a nice set of teeth here, and they haven't given me any problems. So I don't have problems with dentists. But I said, what are you doing in the transportation, logistics, and cargo security program? Looked me straight in the eye, and he said, Mr. Ewert, it's really expensive to go to dental school, and I'm going to need to pay for it somehow. And this is going to give me a good job to help pay for that. I was like, dang, we got some smart kids here at North County High School. So like I said, a little bit of everything for everybody at the business management department.
All right. So, hey, I think we, from a time standpoint, the mind can only take what the seat can endure. Just so people can see, our names and our email addresses are there on the screen. We are both available to answer questions. Professor Ewert is always available to talk, and there's a lot more than we could tell you about the department and the program at business management, but I think we need to end this. So thank you, Professor Ewert. Any one last word? One last word is yours.
My last word is quality, and that's what you're going to get at Anne Arundel Community College and the business management department. We think we're leading the way here. We think we're leading the way. And hey, listen, we got to tout this, and it's going to, by the time some people are going to see this, it might be a little bit old, but I believe a little magazine out there called Forbes just declared #1 community college in the nation. AACC, we're #1.
2021, we're #1.
There you go, my friend.
Thanks.
That's